Hello everyone, I have two videos for you here, both of them showing Russian air defense failing to intercept the target before then being hit by a drone. The video playing now is from the net, so this one shows Ukraine hitting a Strela-10 SAM system. You can see that the Russian SAM does half of its job correctly here. It actually detects the drone and manages to launch a missile. The SAM, however, misses the target. The report saying the drone operator actually dodged the missile in flight here. It is a very near miss. The Strela-10 then attempts to hide in the trees, but a Ukrainian spotter drone was in the air, so it was unable to do so. And Ukraine eventually hit it whilst moving along with a drone. It's a very cool video, and to be fair to the Strela-10, this was a very near miss. The SAM came within a whisker of actually intercepting the drone. I have had to cut the end of the video out where the Strela gets hit because, well, the crew don't make it, and we can see that pretty clearly on the video. The Strela-10 is an old SAM system, but its radar seems a bit better than most. Often when we see Strelas getting hit, we do actually see them engaging the target, much more than we see buks and Tors and pantsers do. They still don't seem to hit the target, but they're also often narrow misses than we often see. Strelas actually don't seem to be too bad, despite being one of Russia's older SAM systems. Dominic on Twitter did the geolocation for this one, and he put the Strela-10 near the tree lines here when it was trying to target the approaching drone. No geolocation for the spot where it was hit though, but presumably it was close by as Ukraine managed to track it from here to the road as it was driving along. This is located here, south of a settlement called Orlinska. This doesn't tell us too much on this view, but if we switch to deep states, you can see it's here. So, the Strela-10 has just a 5 km max range shown by the coverage circle. Not much coverage at all, they're short range SAM systems. This one was covering areas behind the front lines, potentially MLRS systems, artillery systems, troop barracks and positions which might be here, key targets like that I presume. Or as a first line of defense against longer range Ukrainian drones heading over here towards targets in Russia and that sort of thing. I guess the reason these aren't deployed close to the front is because they're big armoured vehicles and would be sitting ducks there. Frontline coverage would be provided by manpads and long range systems like the Buk or Tor, positioned a bit further back where they'll be safer. This is here zoomed out on the southern front. And on screen now is a photo of a Strela-10. So as mentioned, it is a short-range SAM system. Russia had 300 of these in service at the start of the war. 56 are destroyed so far. Our next video is an interesting one as well. This shows a Tor SAM system successfully intercepting 2 bushes before being targeted by an FPV drone. This video is interesting because the drone is equipped with an AI targeting and recognition system. We've seen this sort of thing a few days ago, but this video shows it much more clearly. So, it looks to use colours to identify targets. So green and blue seems like it's unlikely ones. Orange is possible, and red appears to show a definite target to hit, identified as being a Russian vehicle. I'm not sure what the numbers here mean. Maybe how confident the AI is in its analysis here, or it may be different systems are assigned a number. So one might be, say, air defense systems, 2, an MLRS, 3, a tanker, that sort of thing. I'm not entirely certain. But it is pretty cool footage, especially because the Tor came nowhere near intercepting the drones. The missiles just slammed into the trees. I wonder if the system actually never locked onto this, and the Tor just fired in hope that the missiles might get a lock on in flight, or the missiles have design and mechanical faults which led to them just crashing into the ground as we saw. The geolocation for this one was done by Blinska, and the Tor was geolocated to be in this field here, near a settlement called Kuleshkovka, which is in Kursk, Russia, which you can see if we zoom out. So the Tor you can see is located east of Rilsk, a key settlement and sort of Russia's hub for operations in the region. Let's check deep states. So the coverage of a Tor is shown here. Like the Strela we just looked at, this wouldn't be able to reach the front lines as this has just a 15 km max range. So this Tor is again likely providing cover for key targets in the area, such as MLRS systems, howitzers and the like, or maybe even covering potential drone routes heading towards the north to try and intercept them on the way through Russia. given so many drones get through to the target. I don't think it does a very good job if that's the case. On screen now is a photo of the Tor SAM system. So this entered service in the mid-1980s. Russia had around 129 in service at the start of the war. I believe the type is still under production, so more may have been delivered since. 59 Tors are destroyed so far, so a pretty big number of the fleet gone. As a Brucey bonus, here's a video from last week which I never got around to doing a video about it. So I figured I might as well add it on here. This video clip shows Ukrainian drones destroying a buk-me SAM system. The buk, you can see, is spotted whilst in the middle of deploying. You can see its launcher raising. So it looks like it's only just arrived in this area and is set to go on its sort of air patrol. Unlike the Tor and Strela, this one makes zero attempt at intercepting the drone and didn't even appear to have spotted it until it was hit. This is a $45 million SAM system. So, a very nice little strike by Ukraine here, destroying the SAM system with a cheap drone. Just to the left of the Tor, you can also see its attached utility vehicle parked by the trees. I've highlighted this in this screenshot here. SAM systems like this are often seen with utility vehicles attached to them in order to escort the SAM systems to its hiding spots and that sort of thing afterwards. And on screen now, a photo of a buk-me, which is the newest version of a buk SAM system. The buks have had quite a bad war in Ukraine. 118 of these are listed on Oryx so far. That's a big number, and in recent months, Ukraine has been hitting the buks hard. In May, they destroyed about a dozen. In June, 6 or 7 more. These are Russia's key mid-range SAM system, and the losses of the buk has led to some pretty sizable gaps in Russia's SAM network. This year, we've seen a notable increase in Ukrainian airstrikes. Now, that might not be entirely to do with the gaps in Russia's air defense network because of Ukraine hitting them. It could be because of increased supply of JDAMs and AASM hammers, allowing Ukraine to carry out more strikes. I think it's more likely a combination of both, an increased supply of glide bombs or that sort of thing, as well as big gaps appearing in Russia's SAM network because Ukraine just keeps hitting these Russian SAM systems harder and harder. Now, I don't have an exact geolocation for this one, but a report online said it was on the eastern front, so likely in the area here, which is a key area at the moment. The buk-me has an 80 km max range, standard variants of a buk about 40. So, this could have been deployed further back than most buks to keep it safe, but we can't say for certain. Most buks are deployed around 20 to 30 kilometers from the front line to provide mid-range coverage, but we sometimes do see them further afield to protect key targets as well. Russia had 310 in service at the start of the war, so a significant part of the buk fleet is destroyed. Before we watch the video from the Ukraine Volunteer Centre about the recent fundraiser, a quick mention of my second novel, Atrociraptor, is on sale for just 99 cents until Monday. So feel free to check it out and I hope you enjoy it. Now, I'll play the Ukraine Volunteer Centre's video. Their donation link is in the description. Thanks so much and take care everybody.
Hello everyone. We have all seen what happened to the Russian warplanes. It showed that Ukraine is very strong. Believe and support us and we will win this war. Sumy region, one of the hottest area of the front. Our assault units are working here, quickly, accurately, to the limit of their capabilities. But now they critically lack the simplest thing, car. We are announcing a new urgent fundraiser for the assault brigade for 2 reliable off-road vehicles. We need them not for the future, but right now to go on missions, evacuate the wounded and deliver supplies. They know how to use these cars. All they want is for them to get to them. The foundation is raising 18,000 for 2 prepared off-road vehicles. We don't chase the picture, we only take what really works on the front line. We know what is needed on the front line. No unnecessary words, no show. Each transfer is critically for the needs of a specific unit. The Sumy direction is a risk zone. The enemy is constantly looking for a weakness. Their mobility is lives. It's a chance to get in and out. This is a chance not to lose people. Now is the moment when an off-road vehicles can solve more than armor. That's why we are turning to you.